Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we are in Pence Springs, West Virginia. We're changing a skylight on this fifth wheel. Let me show you why. This one is broken in a number of places. It is broken. So we have our brand new one right there. And we have a little drizzle coming down. It's supposed to be cloudy this morning, and then it's supposed to be more sunny this afternoon. So yeah, I hope that holds true. I hope that right after I get the sealer on the new skylight, we don't get a downpour. But who knows? I don't know. You can never tell about these crazy things. I mean, it's drizzling pretty good. I got a couple other things to do this thing. I may go do those and then come back to the skylight. I was kind of wanting to do it this morning before it got super hot. Of course, it has cooled down a lot. I'm rambling. Yeah, let's get started. That was pretty good drizzle. I did end up waiting about an hour. I did some other things, and then I came back to the skylight and got started on it again. Let's see. Sometimes these are square drive screws, I can see. Sometimes you don't have to dig the sealer off of every one of them. The ones that are really deep, maybe here. Maybe if I hit the screw. It's got to be there. Yeah. So I'm going to go out around. So if your screws are buried too deep, you just take I take a flat screwdriver and dig the screws out. Then you can get to them better, easier. And to be honest with you, I might just do that just because sometimes it is easier. Like this screw here, it's sticking up, looking right at you. So I'm gonna go around and get all these screws out, all the way around this thing, and then we'll start prying it off the roof. Okay, all the screws are out. I'm gonna just put my scraper in under that corner and start lifting that skylight. Hold the roof while you're trying to peel the skylight off. See how brittle it is? Yeah, it's super brittle. So you don't want to pull the roof up too much, no more than you have to. As you can see, when you're dealing with a skylight that is this brittle, it's kind of difficult. This is some fairly fresh sealer of some kind. Let's go ahead and get some of that off here. I don't know what that is. Feels a little like silicone. It's sure stuck good though. The rest of that's like dicor. See if that helped any. Sure ain't hurting none. Did I say this skylight was pretty brittle? I think I said that. So I am just gonna continue doing this all the way around. Once we get three sides off, last side's like real easy. Alright, I'm just gonna carry on. Nice little bit. Alright, that is that. Now, put on the trash right here. Oh, that ain't trash. Trash includes the screws. I will not reuse those screws. I will use new ones that are not, the heads are not all full of sealer. Now comes the fun part. No, that's a lie. Now comes the unfun part. Is trying to clean this up. Because you have to get most of the old sealer off and most of the old putty tape. I've never tried to get it all. Just get most of it. And I just usually do it with a gasket scraper. And it's not super sharp. I mean, it is sharp, but it's not super sharp. Because you gotta just try and do this without cutting the roof. Or damaging the roof any more than it already is. So yeah, I'm just going to go all the way around this skylight and do this right here. Try my best not to drop anything down in the shower, because if I do, I'll have to go down there and clean it up. So I'm going to go all the way around, and then we'll be back for the install. It's just going to be a quick video today, because it's not really a bad job. It's just a lot of cleaning up. That's the worst part. It'll take me probably an hour to clean this up. So, y'all don't want to watch that. I know you don't. Alright, I'm about to be finished up here. and if y'all don't want to listen to me ramble, just skip ahead. Pretty exciting. A little bit ago I was doing some other stuff this camper while I was letting the radar look better, clear up a little bit, and I heard the arc, and I looked down there behind you guys, down the corner of the campground here, where it's a vacant lot. There's no campers on it, and you could see the service wires coming into that camp spot, arcing up on the pole, and it's like cool. And about 10 minutes later, the guy in a service truck, I just assumed that he was with the campground. This thing's still under construction. They've got a few spots ready to go, including this one. I seen that guy coming around there in the truck, and he had his window down. I said, "Hey," I said, "you looking for that fire?" I said, "It's right over there." He looked, and he said, "Oh my." He said, "Well, that's not ours." I said, "Well, it's good for you." He said, "Let me see if I can get a hold of somebody." Man, I wish it wasn't within an hour. Power company's here, and he's down there cutting the power off to that spot. Pole's still on fire. If the pole's still on fire, when I get ready to leave out of here, I probably still got, I don't know, a couple hour of work to do here. If that pole's still on fire when I get ready to leave, I'll take y'all down there and show you. But I'm just finishing up getting this sealer off, and thought I'd share that with you. Thought it was pretty interesting. So let me finish here, and we'll be right back. All I'm gonna do is just put the putty tape on, run it down the sides, cover the screw holes. Kind of press it down. such. When you get to the corner, you just tear it off. Press that down good. Pull the paper off. I'm just going to go all the way around like that. In these corners, just kind of butted together, overlap it, you know, 1/4 inch or so. Just like so. I'll do the other side, the other 2 sides, and then we'll start cleaning the roof. Got all 4 sides done. Pull the paper off. Now I'm going to do the most controversial thing that I do, is clean this roof. We have to clean the roof to get ready to put the new skylight down and put the sealer on. And my cleaner of choice, right there. People go crazy when I break out that brake clean to clean a roof. Crazy. They're like, oh, you just ruined that roof. That roof is never gonna hold water ever again. I'm like, what is it do you think I do with the brake clean? I mean, holy smokers. I've got a clean rag. All I do is spray a little on the roof and wipe it right back off. It does an awesome job cleaning the roof and gets ready for sealer or new skylight or whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know why people go so crazy. They think, oh, that roof is ruined. You should have to pay for a new roof for that customer. No. All I done was cleaned it a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with some people. To be honest with you. A lot of oxidation on this roof, boy. It needs cleaned and conditioned really bad. Really, really bad. I'm just going to do that all the way around. Give that a few minutes to air dry, and then we'll be ready to slap the new skylight down. And we'll change to a clean rag. That rag's filthy. It's real bad shape. It's air dried for a few minutes. Let's lay our skylight down. I did already check the size before I ever started. Made sure that it was roughly the same size as our old one, and it was. Alright, I like that. It's got a protective film on it. We'll take and pull that back a little bit so I can get to my screw holes without putting screws on top of the plastic protector. And then I'm going to use a brand new Robertson head screws to put this down with. Alright, there we are. The most important thing when you're screwing down one of these polycarbonate skylights is to not over torque these screws. You want to stop when they're tight. Definitely don't go over tight because you'll crack the new skylight. Super easy to do, especially on a cool day. You really don't want to do a skylight replacement on a very cool day. So I'm gonna go around and put all the screws in and be back. Last couple screws going in. Yeah, it's really a fine line between these screws being too loose, too tight. Really fine line. After we get all the screws in, we'll take my putty knife, and here in these corners there's a little bit of putty tape sticking out. I'm just going to take my putty knife, trim that off, and dispose of that. Don't want that there with our sealer going on. It's just on the corner where it overlap, just a quarter inch, 3/8 of an inch or whatever. Just a little extra putty tape. Get that all off. We're ready to start putting the sealer on. We'll get this out of the way now. I think it's JR product Skylights. They come with a tube of Skylight sealer. This Skylight I think was 25 by 14, I think, if I remember right. I'll put the size here. I just don't think one tube is enough. It's close. It is really close. Gotta snip the end off. It's a brand new tube. Run a little pokey thing in the end of it. It's ready to use. Yeah, I don't think one tube is sufficient. I always buy an extra tube. Sometimes I don't need it. Then sometimes I do. We're just gonna slather this on liberally. I gotta get a new caulking gun. This caulking gun either ain't working very good, or it just ain't working very good. I can't find a good caulking gun. And no, I ain't gonna buy a cordless one. I just don't do that much. Well, I gotta go. I've got like 3 or 4 caulking guns. I gotta go get a better caulking gun. So just put it on there very liberally. Cover the screws. Y'all can't even see. I covered it very liberally. Go up and cover the screws. And then I mean, this is self-leveling, but you see, I don't know, maybe it's just West Virginia. It just doesn't self-level all that well to me. I always take and spread it around a little bit, make sure it's adhering to the roof really well. Covers my screws, and that's how I do it. I'm just gonna go all the way around. Another good reason to get an extra tube, the ends split out of that one. So it's gonna be everywhere here in a minute. So I'm gonna have to go very gentle. Finish squeezing this out. I didn't put any pressure. I didn't put excess pressure on that. Just crappy tubes. And what if that happened and I lost half this tube? And I was relying on this one tube to do this whole skylight. what kind of position would I be in right now. And actually, I didn't lose any because of the hole in the tube. But guess what? I like the whole end being done, being finished. So am I super glad I got an extra tube? Yep. Because what would have happened is I would have just had to use the tube that came with the Skylight so sparingly. I just don't think it would have done a good job. So that's why I always order an extra tube. Alright, let's finish up this end. This Skylight project is done. If I remember correctly, now the Skylight I didn't know about until just a couple weeks ago, but I think I have been working on this camper since before I went in the hospital in May. So I am glad to be finishing this thing up today. Because last time I was here, I found she wanted me to look at the roof, and I found this bad Skylight. I was like, yeah, we really need to fix that. It's taken us a few weeks to get together here. It's done, and it looks fantastic. Y'all get fantastic. Get down in that comment section. Leave me a comment, a criticism, concern. Let me know how bad I ruined this roof with that brake cleaner, and we'll all just move on. You have a great day.